Hi, we're Beyond the Veil, and we'd like to thank you for coming out to BTV Gives Back to the Kennel and Volunteer Fire Department. We hope you all enjoy the show, and just sit back, relax, and learn about the fire department and what we do.
Standing in the main entranceway of our new station, the idea of the whole station was to make the firehouse the center of the community again.
Okay. I noticed in Chief Paul's tour that he kept talking about the community. And I found it interesting how today there are so many people trying to interact online and try to build a community there that we forget that there's a community right outside our doors, and that there are other people like the fire department trying to extend their hands to reach this community.
The emphasis always was on community, and the firehouse was the center of that. And over time, people have kind of gone away from those things, and what we wanted to do was try to bring it back.
It's not about us, it's about somebody else. If we can change somebody else's life, save their life, that's what it's all about. But we don't forget, it is very dangerous. The helmet that you see at the top represents Doug Thomas, who was our assistant chief, was killed in the line of duty in 2003. So this is a dangerous profession, whether we get paid or not, which we don't. And this is just a reminder of that. We never forget those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
The community room serves as weddings, meetings, healthcare, lessons, anything that the firehouse can offer for the families. And what I liked about it, what I really liked about it, was that it can withstand, the whole building can withstand a Category 4 hurricane.
Not necessarily for the public, but it's a shelter for public safety. The firefighters, EMTs, police officers, paramedics, it's designed as a shelter for them and their families. Because if they don't know where their families are, they're not going to be able to help anybody else. Because your concern is with your own family first. So we built this to shelter our families so that we know where our families are and don't have to worry about them while we're out trying to help somebody else.
That's really great.
So this whole place is designed to withstand a Category 4 hurricane.
Wow.
During the interview with Chief Slaughterback, he discussed with us why the firehouse moved and the important things that they added to the new building. He said that in the old firehouse they had 2 offices as compared to the whole horseshoe of offices that I have in the new building now. Having the horseshoe effect, that helps the offices stay in a cluster so that everyone can communicate with each other when needed. Another thing that was interesting about the new building was that the apparatus is all the way down the hall from the training room, so that when new firemen are training, they don't have to hear any of the noise if there's a call or something. And another interesting fact was that the bunk rooms for the overnight firemen and people who are just staying at the firehouse are far away from the community part of the firehouse, so that they can sleep and not be disturbed, or they can study, or whatever it is that they need to do while they're not on call. But while they're at the firehouse, they have their own personal space, own personal time, and I thought that was really neat how they spent time designing the building in a way that would be efficient for the firefighters.
The pub was designed to be very old-fashioned. They had stone counters to make the firemen seem more at home. They had special equipment so they could set examples for other families in the community, and they had lots of tables so there could be a lot of firemen in the room.
The gym down the hall was really neat. The facilities were great because they had all the top-of-the-line things, top-of-the-line equipment, the television, radio, stereo, and they had just everything, really. It was all like fire engine red too, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, they're sporting the red fire department, and it was really neat. I liked it. There was a big picture of a mean crab on the wall. I think that's to like inspire them. part of the apparatus was probably the fire truck. Just all the doors opened up, and there was just tons of equipment in the fire trucks. I thought it was really, really neat how even if they don't need all the equipment, the firemen still bring all that equipment to the scene because they never know what they're going to be presented with.
If the wall doesn't move, we move it. Whatever gets in our way, we find a way through it, over it, around it. This is called a Halligan bar. This is a pry bar, basically, and it's a little heavy.
Oh wow.
It's part of that physical fitness thing.
My favorite part was actually when we all dressed up.
Yeah.
We got to try on, Sierra, Mariah, and I got to try on the firemen's equipment, and it was really cool to see how it was stepping in their shoes.
Okay, what he said is that they put a microphone in a fireman's mask and recorded it, and that's actually what you're hearing when you see them. That's really cool.
My favorite part would have to be the races. I loved seeing how fast they could put on their uniforms since they were so heavy. Johnny was a little slow though. I'm just kidding.
It's going to continue to get louder because he's not moving.